Hello. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, my screen is visible. Screen is visible, right?
Yes,
Okay. So I think Gautam sir is just trying to log in. Yes. Okay. So today we'll see about storage service. The module number 7, as I told you. Module number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All these 8 modules are the major modules. Like so, in that we came to the storage module. So storage means what? Mainly we came for cloud. Mainly for what reason? Why everyone saying cloud, cloud, cloud? The main is what?
Storage.
Yes. So you guys are having storage service. You have taken any cloud storage service?
Yeah, for cell phone I have.
Google story.
Yeah.
Yes. Google storage, cell phone. You have Gmail, right? The Gmail have a cloud storage. What is the space they are giving you for free?
15.
15 GB, correct? No? So 15 GB of space you are getting for free. And again, if you want to upgrade it, you can able to upgrade it by paying more. Or as usual, our clever guys, what we'll do to increase the storage size for free, we will create one more account, one more Gmail new account, and we'll try to attach that. Attach that instance, we'll share. We create a folder and share that folder to the this email ID also. Fine. Now coming to storage modules, what are the things we are going to discuss here? We are going to discuss about Elastic Block Store, which we learned in the compute module EBS, and Simple Storage Service S3, and Elastic File System and Simple Storage Glacier. These are the things we are going to discuss in this module. We identify the different types of storage, EBS, EFS, Glacier, and everything. Now, wherever you go for the interview or anybody asks you about cloud, they will ask only about these core AWS services. What are the core AWS services? One is VPC, EC2, database, storage, and IAM. So in storage, we have S3, EBS, Glacier, and EFS. And storage, we have relational database and Amazon DynamoDB. And IAM is a common one. Okay, these are the major services wherever you go. And as I told you, right, that majorly we'll be working only on 10 services. Even though Amazon have many services, we'll be majorly working on the 10 services. Now these 10 services are the main. Now we'll go for EBS. First, you remember where we learned about EBS, right? I told you when you take EC2 instance, you should have a storage, correct? Na? You also answer those questions. Na? Root volume we have to take as EBS. Temporarily, AWS will give you a temporary storage that is called instant store. But when it stops, the data will get erased. When it is stopped, the data will not get erased if it is connected to EBS. We told, right? Now EBS is a storage service we already mentioned. Now why we want to put only EBS? The rule is not the rule. AWS itself only recommend that we always take EC2, attach the storage. EC2 storage should be always EBS. But why they are asking for elastic block store? That is why they are asking for EBS. Why not S3? Just now we learn. Na? Just now we learned we have storage types. We are going to see about EBS S3. Now S3 also one storage service, and EFS is also one storage service, and Glacier is also one storage service. Okay, so now let us see the differences. Why Amazon is recommending or AWS is recommending only EBS as the storage type when you want to attach each to EC2. Okay, now EBS is a block store. What is this block store? And this one we'll see the difference. Now let us take this object storage and block storage. There are two types of storages. Now this storage is nothing like your, what is this actually? What does this look like?
Bucket,
Bucket. Okay, one more thing.
basket.
Okay, basket or a bag, I can say market bag. Okay, now here I'll put the items. Let us take tomato, beetroot, and brinjal, carrot, pumpkin, onion, lady's finger, and what, turnip, and cabbage. Let us take. Now in this bag, tomato is here at the bottom, correct now? If I want to take the tomato, okay, let us take this one. Let us, before that we'll see the same items are arranged here. That means it has been stored in this bag, market bag, okay, in this order. Now this one, same items are arranged in a rack. That is onion, tomato, brinjal, cabbage, carrot. Okay, now I want to take tomato. Now tomato is here, and in this bag it is here. Which one will be easy to take, whether this arranged one or from this market bag? I want to take tomato out. Are you getting the question?
Can you repeat?
Actually, like in the stores, in the marketplace, you will have tomato, potato, orange, I mean, cabbage, carrot, everything is arranged in a rack. Okay, in
Okay.
this rack. Now, again, you are keeping one more items, that is tomato, brinjal, cabbage, all the vegetables in this bag, market bag.
Okay.
Now, I want to take tomato out. Tomato is at the bottom here in the
Mm-hmm.
bag. Here is
Mm-hmm.
tomato in the rack. You want to
Okay.
take tomato alone. Now, which one will be faster?
From the rack.
From the rack, correct? Fine. Let us take this tomato from the bag itself. Now, what will happen to the other items? When I take the tomato alone from that bag, tomato is at the bottom of the bag. I am just put in my hand inside the bag, and I'm taking the tomato alone, pulling it out. Now, what will happen to the other vegetables in the bag?
Other vegetables will go down.
Yes, exactly. Now, same thing here. We have mentioned 123, 123, 123. Now, if you want to change one character in the 1 GB file, let us take. Here it is again, we ordered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want to take only 3 out. I want to take only 3 out. Now, if I take the 3 out here, what will happen? The 4 will come here. 5 has to go. 6 has to go here. 7 has to come here. 8 here. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 has to come here. Correct na? This will distort all the other items. Other item in sense, other things has to get affected when I change it. But here I want to change only the letter 3, which is on this category. Okay. Now I can able to take this alone separately. Correct na? So here everything will get affected. Here only this will affected. For your easy understanding, you have your laptop, right? When you download some files, where it will go and stored? When you
Download folder.
download, yes, downloads folder, correct na?
Yes, sir.
Downloads folder, automatically it will go. Now let us take, you keep an audio file, you download an audio file. Next you download a video file. Next you download a PDF file, then document, then image. Okay. Now the downloads folder, you can able to see your audio file has gone down, and above that you have multiple other files. Now if you want to take the audio file and run it, will it run faster or slower? Audio file in sense, I have to pull the data from this table. Let us consider this table or a box or a folder. Now this is already lot of things are on above this. Correct na? I want to take only the audio file, means I have to take it out. I want to take that out, means I have to cross all these people. Right. I mean, it's in the folder. You might think that your data, a lot of data are stored in the folder. Now, for example, in your phone, you have audio files, songs,
Yes,
video files.
yes.
Yes. Now, will you keep? Have you kept all the files in one folder? Audio, video, everything mixed.
No.
Okay. What you have done? You have done arranged everything in separate folder.
Yes.
But here, what is happening here? This is like your downloads folder, where video, audio, image, everything in one folder. Now, whenever I want to search on that particular song, let us say you downloaded the song, already it is there in the downloads folder. Now, you want to search that particular song, means how will you search? You have to go and search manually either, or you have to type that word. Correct, na? You might have
Yes.
downloaded long back, but now coming here, you see, I want to take one audio file. I directly go to audio folder. I'll go. This is the number. I will take it and use it. All right. So now, why now, as the name itself says, as I already mentioned, like which one will be faster? Whether taking that audio file from here in the S3, that is your object level storage, or block level storage, which one will be faster? Same question which I asked for the tomato vegetables. The item you want stored in the rack, it is easy, or in the bag is easy.
EBS.
EBS, right? But it is easy means what will happen? Will this bill be costly or this will be costly? It is organized. Okay, this
Yes.
data which we have put here in the EBS is organized. You're able to see this, it is organized, so I can able to access it faster. So it is
Correct.
organized, so the cost should be high or low?
High.
Yes, exactly. So the cost will be high here, but the data will be properly maintained and managed. Here, the cost is less. Data you only have to manage. You want to tag multiple folders, you only have to go and create it. Now, let us come back. Why we selected, why I told you the first question, why EC2, that is a server, why they are selecting EBS as the storage? Why their EBS as a storage? Because all the data will be in an organized structure and it will be faster. Server means what? Nothing but your laptop. Correct na? Nothing but your laptop or a computer. Now this is EBS should be like your C drive. EBS is nothing like your C drive, and this storage is like your object level storage. S3 is like nothing but your D drive. Now your operating system files will be stored in C drive or D drive. You have your operating system storage service, storage, right, space.
Three.
All your C, all your operating system related components and folders are stored in the C drive, correct? Now you have audio video files and everything in the D drive. Will you put your audio video file or some images files in the C drive?
Not really.
No. Why? C drive will
Because we
accept.
want to keep
uh,
organized way. So the all the softwares we will put it in C drive, and
uh-huh.
anything other than softwares we will put it in D drive.
Yes. Why?
Maybe it is easy to access in the D drive, and uh, even I think most of the time what I have seen is like C drive we maintain very less storage as compared
uh,
to D drives.
yes. Why?
Mm.
Because the operating system is there. Your system has to run faster.
Yes.
Okay. If you put more memory here, what will happen? This system will get slow. Correct, na? Because OS has to run, application has to run. All these application OS need memory space. Memory space. That memory space should be available. Correct. Now, as it is structured, organized way, it will be easy for. See, for example, this one. This one is your application VLC media player you stored. Then your Word document you stored. Then your Photoshop you stored. Then what else we have? PDF you stored here, or VS Code you stored here. Now, in the C drive, automatically everything is a separate folder. It can able to access that particular application alone and use it faster. But imagine if you become D drive, you put OS softwares first, then audio files on the top, again video files on the top, then documents is on the top. Now will the OS will be able to start faster? It has to come across all these people, right? Yes, because it is organized. Here it is like your downloads folder, one above the other it was there. One wants to go up, it has to come across all these people. Okay. So now one piece of information you want to say, you have to take the entire file, you have to edit it. Where? In the S3 bucket. One piece of software you want to change. You can change that particular item alone faster. That is called EBS. So change one piece of the file that contains the character. Here the entire file must be updated. Nothing but it's can able to hold static values. For example, you are creating a website amazon.com and you put a tagline, buy, come and buy in, let us take, come and buy. Now if you want to change this tagline, enjoy shopping, now what I have to do, I have to go edit that HTML file and upload the file again, upload the file again here. But here it is, you can able to edit it in sense you can able to edit it in the command line itself. Okay, so now this is the difference between EBS and S3. S3 is nothing but object level storage, and EBS is nothing but block level storage, like block. It is like a block. Okay, you can remember this is like a block. Here it is object storage, one after the other one will be there. If one get removed, other one will occupy that space. Now come to EBS. We are learning about EBS. EBS enables you to create an individual storage volume. As we already mentioned, EC2 whenever you take, you attach EBS as a volume so that it will be faster, and it offers a block level storage, and volumes are automatically replicated within the availability zone. That means when you take one availability zone, when you take one copy of data, that is EC2 instance, another copy will get stored in second availability zone, and again the third one will get have a one more copy in the third availability zone. Whatever you do in the first availability zone, it will get changed It will get moved. It will have a copy in the second availability zone and third availability zone by default. Why we want to have this copy in the second and third availability zone? Do you think? Why they want to keep the copy in the second availability zone and third availability zone one more copy?
As a backup?
Exactly, as a backup. If something happened to the first availability zone, second availability zone immediately will start. If second availability zone also not working, immediately third will start. Before that, the first one will get ready. Now it can be backed automatically to S3. You can also keep one more copy of all the data because it's a storage data, right? That data you can keep it in the S3 bucket. You can keep it in the S3 bucket. Now boot volume. What is this boot volume? Boot volume is nothing but the root volume, like your C drive. If your OS, your computer has to start, means which drive should be proper? C drive or D drive? Your C drive should be
D.
proper. Correct, no? Yes.
Yes.
Your C drive, that's what I told you previous slide. We should have a proper spacing and everything, then only the computer will start. If you don't have a space, you can also try. If you have only 200 GB of storage space in the C drive and you make it full till 998 or 95, automatically you can understand that, or you can able to see that the system is very slow, right? Because there is no memory. Now, same thing only, we need to take this EBS can be used as a boot volume. That means for your computer to start, whenever we take EC2, automatically EBS also we can able to take as a storage volume. Data storage with file system. There are three types of storages. Okay, there are three types of storages. One is block level storage, another one is object level storage, and the third one is file system storage or file storage. That we'll see in the last module, that is EFS, file storage set. That is also one of the type. Next, database host, you can able to create your database also in the EC2 instance. And with the EBS, enterprise application. Enterprise application is all over the world they are using. That is called enterprise application. That is your big applications. All these things we can able to use it with the help of EBS. But EBS you have to take it as the storage option for your EC2 instance. Next, in the EBS volume, there are two types. One is solid state drive, another one is hard disk drive. Hard disk drive is nothing but like your computer hard disk. Solid state drive is, now you are able to see in your laptop, you have a solid state drives. You have solid state drives. It is small one, thin small one. Here also you can able to see, I mean, your mobile is using solid state drive or hard disk drive. In your mobile, you have an option called SD card. Yes. Yes, that means what? SD card will be supported only by the hard disk called SD. Hard disk is your hard disk drive. Now here in the AWS, we are going to use only the general purpose. General purpose is normal solid state drive only. You can see the maximum volume size, it can go up to 16 terabyte. It can go up to 16 terabyte. Throughout all the EBS types, 16 terabyte of volume size is the last one. Next, IOPS. IOPS means what? IOPS. What do you think?
Sure.
Yes, Paula. Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, not sure.
Okay. Just basic computer operators. In my school days or college days, you might have learned what are the main computer devices we call. What are we call as computer devices? Computer devices are divided into two types. What are those two types?
Hardware, software?
No, no, closer, closer. One more word. What you are giving to the computer and what you are getting.
Input output.
Yes, exactly. Input output per second. Input output per second per volume. How many input output per seconds can general purpose handle? 16,000. Here provision IOPS, which is the next level, which is higher cost. It is go out to 64,000 input output per second. Next, optimized throughput optimized. This is a low level. Now this will take process up to 500. Now one more level is cold level, which is having 250. This your volumes, that is input output per second per volume. Like your, I told you, like the temple run PUBG and all, in a second how many input outputs per second is happening. He has to run, the coin has to be catched, and the score has to be get updated every second. It is calculating every second, the input output is getting, transaction is happening. So for that, if it is high throughput you require, you can go for provision IOPs. No, my application is normal only, my applications can, it's okay if you take input output second 16,000 is enough means I can go for always general. Now throughput optimized, where we'll be using this throughput optimized is where you want to store more data, where you have to store more data, but you'll be accessed it only whenever we want. The best example would be your OTT platforms. So OTT platforms mainly, we are storing lot of videos. Yes, you will be able to see OTT platforms. They are storing lot of videos, movie
Correct.
videos. But are we using daily all the videos watching? No, correct. So that's why input output per second is low. You can able to see because the same file is not multiple people are using that too at the same time. But here in the other case, yes, it is. It means mainly used for some gaming application or some useful applications. Next is your throughput volume. Throughput means what? The bandwidth. It can able to cover up to 250 mbps, mbs and 1000 mbs here for the provision IOPS, and throughput optimized is 500 MB. Because you are watching video, if you have a lag in the video, will you be interested to watch? No, right? Keep on lagging. Will you able to watch it, or will be interested to continue watching it?
No.
No, right? So same thing. That's why you have mentioned 500 mbps. Cold is the next level. As I told you, this is first level, this is second level, and same thing in the hard disk. This is first level, which is will be using frequently used data, and here it is less frequently used data. Why should I want to pay more? For example, in the OTT platform itself. Now let us take this is OTT platform. The latest movies and some 1 or 2 years or 5 years back videos, you'll be able to see here. Okay, but because it is, as I told you, frequently accessed data, we'll use throughput. Now infrequently means like you will be able to see this OTT platforms will have all the old movies also. When you click the old movie, have you noticed that it is slowly only loading? Yes. But if you watch the latest movie, which is watched by everyone, you will be able to see there is no lag because that person is already, that movie was watched by multiple number of people. So the cache memory will be there in the edge location, as we already mentioned. Edge location will cache, store all the cache memory. Now it will be faster. Now, have you noticed very old movie? Have you clicked that, and you will be able to see if you go to, I think, Sun Next and other platforms, very old movies you click, it will keep on loading or it will slowly only load. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So why? Because this is cold. That is, it will go slow only. It will go slow only because it is here See, the volume type is also less and the MBBS also less. So it will give slow. When you want faster access, you can give for throughput optimized. When you don't want to faster access, but I want to save money, then I have to move to cloud. I mean cold. Okay. Now let us see the difference here. Now, the general purpose, as I told you, it's mainly recommended for all the workloads. Most of the workloads you'll be using general. We'll also use general only. We'll not use the other things. Rarely, if the company is having that much requirement, then we'll go. And always, we EBS SST volume should be the boot volume. Should be the boot volume, and you can able to use it like a virtual desktop, mainly for virtual desktop, like general purpose type you can take. Low latency interactive application. Low latency means what? I told you already. Latency means what?
Is it a lag something like?
No, you have written in your first page of your notebook 13 points are there, na?
Yes,
There
yes.
I already mentioned latency. Latency. What is in by latency? Latency means reduced delay. What? Reduced delay. Low latency interaction, and mainly we'll be using this for development and testing environment. When it comes to production environment and large workload, we cannot depend on general purpose. We move to provisioned IOPS. The cost will be more, that's fine. You can able to see it can perform more than 16,000 IOPS or 250 MBS seconds per second of throughput per volume. We can able to use it, and only these both we can able to use as a boot volume. Which one? These both can be used as a boot volume, but we cannot use these things. Let us see why. As I told you, see, throughput optimization will have streaming workloads that require consistent fan fast throughput at a low price. Fast throughput at a low price. Now, this throughput optimized storage volume you can able to use mainly for big data analysis or data warehouse or log processing. Wherever you want like streaming video, you can able to use it, but it cannot be a boot volume. It cannot be considered as a boot volume. Next one is your cold. As I told already, cold throughput oriented storage for large volume of data, that is infrequently accessed data. Infrequently accessed, we can able to store it in the cold for a less cost when compared to throughput optimized. So the scenarios where lowest storage cost is important, and it cannot be a boot volume. If your scenario is only to reduce the cost, then you can go to cold. Okay, you're getting. So boot volume we can able to use only solid state drives, and hard disk drives we cannot able to use as boot volume. We can able to use that only for big data analysis and warehouses for this throughput optimization and streaming videos mainly. And there also you want to reduce cost, you can move everything to cloud cold. Now, EBS, what are the features? EBS features. EBS snapshots, that means it will automatically take the EC2 instance and EBS data. EBS data. Let us take, I have a dot here. I'm taking a photo of this one. What will happen? That too automatically we can able to connect and keep it. Why we want to take this photo again and again? Frequently, like every day evening at 6 o'clock. Every day evening at 6 o'clock, they are taking a photo of this screenshot of this configuration. Why? Because the same configuration we can use it in the other region if you want to deploy. So recreate a new volume at any time. We can able to easily create a new volume, and by default EBS is encrypted. EBS is encrypted. S3 is not encrypted. We have to put the encryption, but here in the EBS by default it is encrypted. That too with no additional cost. And it's not like, for example, EBS you take for 8 GB, and when there is more cloud and I want more storage, then it will automatically increase. It will automatically increase to 9, 10, and all those things. But at the end of the month, you have to pay for that. So elasticity, increase capacity, change to different types also. That means, as I told you, we can able to change the EC2 instance type like T2 micro to T3 micro or anything. Change to different types also it is possible. Next, here you can see EBS volumes and IOPS, how they are going to price us. So all EBS volume persist independently from the instance. Independently from the instance means, as I told you, you are going to change the Amazon is going to change the monitor alone. The CPU will be same. That's what the same case here. So independently from instance, we will have a separate EBS, and all volume types are charged by the amount that is provision per month. So this is a storage type. If you refer to the second module document, first line, if it's you might have noticed that fundamentals of pricing. So fundamentals of pricing is storage. So storage is one of the options. Storage, how they will charge. Storage will be charged per GB per month. Per GB per month. If you refer that, you'll be able to see per GB per month. That's what you have to pay. Next, IOPS, that is input output per second. Second on IOPS provision. It is generally charged by the amount that you provision in the same GB per month until the storage is re-released. Now magnetic, it is mainly the charge by the number of requests to the volume. So either you can go for, now storage in the EBS we have one more option, that is either you pay for the amount of GB that you have used, or the amount of time, that means the number of times the request came to the volume in sense your storage, how many times the number of requests came to the volume, that also you can able to calculate. That means, let us say one request is $1 means, then what will happen? $10. If you're using this 10 GB per month also, you will not have that much charge. Or let us take 10 GB of storage is costing around $50. Okay. Now that same work, I don't want to pay for the entire I don't want to pay for the entire storage. I want to add only for the how many number of times people visited my website. People visited my website. Now visitors only, uh, 20 visitors only, and that dollar is dollar point. Now this is one request is 0.050. Let us say 50 pice, 50 cents. Now 50 cents also into two, how much it will come? $5, right? $5. But if you're paying 1 GB of EBS volume, you have to pay, let us take $10. Now $10 is highest or $5 is highest? It depends on us whether you want to take based on the number of requests or just to go only with the storage set. This is no want to go in the nothing is there. You just always will be selected by default. This is charged by the amount. That is how you provision per month. That means per month how many GB you used. You just have to pay only for that amount of GB that you used. Next, provision IOPS is charged by the amount that you provision in IOPS multiplied by the percentage of days that you provision to the month. That means what they are saying, for example, in a month 30 days is there. Okay. In that 30 days, 20 days you already used general purpose. Now you know that the workload is increasing. We want to change this 20 to 20 days you are using general purpose. Now remaining 10 days your workload will be more. Now the remaining 10 days it will take the provisioned IOPS. Now in the bill, as I already told you, IOPS is higher cost. IOPS is higher cost, and 80% we have done in a month, 30 days. So in the 20 days we already use general purpose, only 10 days left out. So 10 days, whether the charge will be paid only for provisioned IOPS, considering provisional IOPS as how many number of GBs we used, or it is going to split. So the answer is, they are asking whether general purpose only will be converted or it will be converted to provisioned IOPS. But the thing is, they will not convert to general or IOPS. It will take the percentage. So general purpose you have used 80%, means that 80% alone will be taken for general purpose. The remaining 20% that will be paid in the form of your paid in the same amount what provision IOBS usually charge for that. Okay. Now snapshot calls, as I told you, EBS will keep on taking snapshot. The snapshots will get stored. The snapshots will get stored in the S3 bucket. Now that S3 bucket storage, the S3 bucket storage space which is taken by the EBS also should get deleted. You will be deleting it, but this usually they will charge. But when they saw you, they'll ask you to delete it. Better to save cost, as we already mentioned in the previous slide. Next, data transfer, as we mentioned in the fundamentals of pricing. The third one, data transfer. So inbound data transfer is always free. Inbound data transfer is always free. Outbound data transfer across region. Outbound data transfer across region will incur charges. Across region will incur charges. That means, as usual, incoming call is free, outgoing call is always charges. Coming to the end of this section, Amazon EBS features: persistent and customizable block storage of EC2, HDD hard disk drive and SSD types, replicating in the same availability zone, ECN transparent encryption, elastic volumes, backup by using your snapshots. So these are the things we discussed. We'll go to S3. Okay. If you are having a notebook or something, are you writing any notes, guys?
Yes, yes.
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 The
Okay.
important things we are writing actually. We are not able to.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go for the important topic, S3. As we already learned in the first point, now S3 is an object level storage. S3 is an object level storage, which means that if you want to change a part of your file, you have to change it, and then re-upload the entire modified file, and it stores data as objects. It will take each data as objects within the resources, and those resources are called, we call them as buckets. So I have taken these 15 important points that maybe you don't want to write, you can take
So
screenshot.
your screen is not visible.
Previously I used to say and call this right
I
visible.
think your screen is not visible, and now it is.
No, for me I'm able to see. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay. Now it was visible. Now again.
Is it visible? Okay. Now we'll go through these 15 points. So usually that's what I told you. Usually I'll used to make the students write all these 15 points. I'll orally say. Now I have just reduced that work. I just put all the pointers here. Let us just go through those pointers. First one, the S3 object is an object level storage, which means that we can change a part of a file. You must make the change and then re-upload the entire modified file. Okay, that's the first point. We have to modify that file. Next one, S3 stores data as objects. S3 stores data as objects. That means whatever data you store inside that has become object. S3 is nothing but a bucket. Now first we create a folder that is called your bucket. Inside the bucket you put something like picture, images. That will become object. That will become object.
So,
Now AWS.
Murali, on the first question, it says if you want to change a part of a file, you must make the change and then re-upload. That means we have to download and do the changes and then again upload, is it?
No, yesterday you saw I showed you the function
Mm-hmm.
sample HTML file I sent and I click the button
Right,
that
right.
sample HTML file you see that I edited that file, correct
Correct. Oh, okay.
later I
That way.
edited to submit an
Okay.
first time when you upload you will upload the first file, again you are editing something, again you re-upload this file. That's it.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. Part of a file you change, entire file must be re-uploaded. That's it. And
So that
cloud
means
you can able to easily
it will
upload it.
capture the uh, date and time stamp
New
of a
version.
new upload.
Yes, it will take the new time, but you will be having, for example, let us take HTML file you upload. Okay, HTML file you upload. First time when you upload, it will record in the first time when you upload, it will record in your S3 bucket as V1. That is version one. V1 instance version one. Next second time again you edited something and you re-upload it. Again it will become V2. V2 is version 2. This is version 1. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Yes, 3. We'll be doing this lab, so it'll be easy. This is a main, now it's nice, easy lab. You will be understanding when we do the lab. Yes, 3 bucket lab. That is storage. If you see in the educate, you'll be able to see storage lab. That's what I'm just talking about. Next, S3 is a managed cloud storage solution. Already we know what is by managed. What is by managed, I told you.
Orchestration.
Uh,
Orchestration.
Manager means what? Managed by cloud. Managed by cloud means managed by AWS maximum. So S3 is a managed cloud storage solution that is designed for seamless and provide 11 9s of durability. What is by durability? I already explained you. The 13 points will be there, not durability. Do you remember? Okay, 99 are 11 9s. What is in by this 11 9s means 99.999989. This is called 99.99%. That is 11 9s. 11 nines will be there. That is called 11 9s of durability. Durability means what?
Long lasting.
Long lasting. Yes. Next one. Next rule. I mean, next storage. What? We are just learning only about S3 bucket. How are all the functions of S3 bucket? Okay. Next, bucket names are universal. That means when you create a bucket or a folder name, that's called bucket. It should be universal. It should be unique. Otherwise, it will not show. Next one, a single object can go up to 5 terabyte size. That means what? One single data you're uploading, that data also can take the size of 5 terabyte also. One file. Now by default data in your S3 bucket are stored redundantly. Like your EBS, we came to know, right? Whenever whatever you do here, automatically one more copy will be there in the availability zone and in the availability zone 3. So 1, 2, 3 copy will be there always. Same thing only redundantly across multiple facilities and devices in each field, each facility. Now, the data that you store, next point. The data that you store in S3 is not associated with any particular server. So you don't want to need to manage anything, any infrastructure for yourself. Next one, in S3 bucket, we can able to hold trillions of objects and regularly peaks at millions of requests per second. So which application most of them are using? Instagram or your mobile banking app?
Instagram.
Instagram, right? So now Instagram will hold what? Trillions of videos, correct? Na? Instagram can hold trillions of videos. That too, there should not be any space problem. That too, there should not have any space problem. The space should be always sufficient. Correct? That's why it is able to hold trillions of objects and regularly peaks at millions of requests per second as well. Next one, objects. What I'm saying as object is nothing but the object can be a data file, a video file, an image file, or a server log file. Anything it can be. Next, S3 bucket also provides low latency access to the data. Low latency access to the data over the HTTP access. That is HTTP or HTTPS access will be given. That is your direct link will be given so that you can able to retrieve the data faster. Next one, you get fine grained control over who can access. As we already know, IAM policy, we can create IAM policy, and S3 bucket policy also you can able to create. Either you create IAM policy for the people, or you put a bucket policy for S3 bucket. So S3 bucket will even follow that. S3 bucket will always check what is the policy says. If the policy is allow, it will allow. If policy is deny, then deny. Next, by default, none of your data, by default, none of your data is shared publicly. Is shared publicly. That means when you upload to S3, none of your data is shared publicly. Next, you can also put encryption. So encryption can be put in two ways. One is data in transit. Another one is to mainly to enable server-side encryption on the other side. So we can able to do that. That's what, as I told in the previous EBS, encryption comes compulsory in the EBS, but in the S3 we take whether you want to encrypt the data or not, and you can able to encrypt in both. One is in transit also and across the server also. I mean, one is in transit and another one at rest. Both the places we can able to use it. Next one, you can able to access S3 through web-based AWS management console only. So programmatically also you can able to use access the S3 bucket. S3 bucket from your same account. So we need to access S3 through the web-based AWS management console programmatically. Either first way is programmatically from the management console or programmatically or through third-party solutions, whatever you want to able to access. Next, Amazon S3 supports objects as large as several bytes, terabytes in size. You can able to even store database snapshots as your objects as well. So because of AWS S3 supports large files as well. As we already mentioned, now in the EBS there was a limit. You remember that? What is the limit? Final limit for EBS? Do you remember what I told you? No. Shall we check? Here is the limit. What is the maximum limit size, volume size?
Trillion?
What is the volume type size?
16 TB.
Yes, 16 terabyte is the final for the EBS. That is your final limit for EBS. But for S3 bucket, you are uploading one file also, you can upload up to 5 GB means, then what will be its size? Its size is not predictable. It's not predictable in sense. It is unlimited. It is unlimited. There is limitation for S3 bucket storage. Okay. There is
Hello?
where we left actually. From which screen you are not able to see. 16 terabyte ISO. I heard that you said. So it is unlimited. It is unlimited, and one file size can also go up to 5 terabyte. That's fine. You're able to see data is stored as object buckets. I told you objects means what? Your images, phone, videos, or whatever it is, your object, your video files, audio files, images, everything will become all in the bucket. Virtually unlimited storage. Single object is eliminated to 5 TB of size as well, and it's mainly designed for 11 9s of availability, 11 9s of durability. Granular access to the bucket, and granular access means what? As we have IAM policy, we have to give the access to the student one by one. Like we are able to give the access to the objects one by one only. We have to give access. I think in the AWS organization I explained you now. Do you remember? Sales people cannot access this accounts. Sales people cannot access finance, and finance cannot access operations. All those things only. I'm saying. Do you remember that AWS organizations that we learned? Yes.
Yes.
Fine. Now this is S3 storage class. Okay, this storage class is important. So it will take some more time. We'll continue it tomorrow. Is that fine?
Yes, Murali.
Okay. Fine. Anyway, we have completed EBS. So tomorrow maybe we'll be able to complete this S3. Okay.
Okay.
We'll finish S3 and we'll try to do a lab also. If
Yeah.
possible. If 1 hour, I'm not very sure. But let us see. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow at the same time.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.